not something that happens regularly. Um, I mean, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to ICT and to M7 for the clarity, for the increase that I've been afforded based off of your ability to communicate and articulate where and how you see price. And I believe you do it in such a way that this idea of universal just means that all of the components are there for an individual to be able to construct it and make it make sense for themselves in an otherwise chaotic, very competitive environment that is, statistically conducive to loss. So again, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and how grateful and appreciative I am to have you, Michael, here, and to have M7, who's been a real friend and mentor to me as well. It's a very, very honor. It's very much an honor and a privilege to share the stage with you guys. And Michael, thank you for recreating our 4 hour plus interview from early on in April, doing it here for folks to get an opportunity to listen to.
And I
And
felt a little guilty because yeah, I tried very hard to clean that video up, and I exhausted everything I could. I was like, you know what? I settled in on thinking I would just do an audio version of it. I was like, it won't work. Like it won't work. It'll look different from all the other ones anyway. So I said, you know what? He asked if he could, do audio version. Okay, well, I'll just make myself available to hang out with y'all. And I'm glad that you at least see it wasn't the same conversation, obviously. I mean, different things were said, and we were being more personal that won't be here. But by far and large, most of everything else that would be not so personal, we covered it today. And I wanted to make sure, since that was the one that I did last, that wasn't able to be making it up on my YouTube channel. You're welcome to share this and do whatever you want to do with it. It matters not to me, what you do with it.
thank you.
But I wanted to give you your time, and I felt like it was it was unfortunate because we spent some hours talking and we had a good conversation, and it was lost to technical glitches in the bandwidth coming through. So I was like, let's just do it again. And I'm not going to do any more interviews. Like I apologize for the folks that want to do them. Um, I don't have enough time to do all them, and it's easier for me to just have a short little exchange with you on Twitter while I'm here. And most of the stuff really, if you really condense it, they're all just basically trying to tell me what they do with it and just say thank you. And there's a short way of doing it. Just send a tweet. I'll appreciate it. I'll like it. I'll show it to my family and say, here's another one. Everybody that ever shows me their results with what they've done with this, my whole family sees it. I'm proud of you. You're like one of my children. I don't care if you're older than me. I look at you as you just did something that I can hang on my wall and say, that's mine. They listened and they did it. They're succeeding. They don't just like flash across my screen and I'm forgetting it. Like I have screenshots of everything. Every one of your certificates that you pass, every time you do a withdrawal, every time you sent me pictures. I have boxes of stuff that people have sent me letters, pictures of their certificates, their photographs, drawings, everything. I save all that stuff. I have all kinds of stuff saved up from even when I was doing the mentorship, people that wrote me and appreciating and saying this and saying that. Yeah, in a lot of ways, I'm a pack rat for that because I don't, they're treasures to me. When I'm older and no longer anybody reaching out and it dies down, and I want it to, I want to be able to sit back on my rocking chair and pull out these things and relive all these moments because they're like journals. They're like journal entries. They're people's lives that I was so fortunate enough to be able to touch and make something better for them by having my time and energy directed towards them. And you've given me a gift by sharing your experience with what I've done with my entire life. And I thank and appreciate all of you that have done that.
One more question I just thought of, and it has to do with your boys.
Hmm.
I utilize the analogy of a professional ball player retiring or exiting the league, we'll say. Do you think you'll live vicariously through your boys? I mean, do you think any one of them, either Caleb or Cody, are gonna step up into an ICT junior role? I mean, because I'm pretty sure the community would embrace them, and even if you're not engaged so much with it, I mean, you are creating a monster in
Hmm.
in your kids. I mean, that I guess that would be one of like my last questions, I think, for you is it's like where do you see?
I see Cameron definitely on YouTube. He wants to do it. That's his character. He wants to be out there doing it. Like he wants to show it off. He wants to be that person. Um, but he doesn't have the discipline to use my highest forms of models. And if he can't do what he's expected to do with these lower form models, he's not going to be able to do it with my Enigma, my algorithm, the real thing. He's going to have discipline sticking to these rules, and he's not showing that yet. So when I'm away from social media, I'm going to be driving him to the point at which, or he will be much more open than I am. It's his personality. It's not my personality. He wants to show off. He really wants to be out there doing it live. He really wants to do all those types of things. And if he learns how to do it well, he didn't say so, but I honestly believe he would make it available either by learning it from him doing it or just openly teaching it. And it's his to do that with. I don't care. Like once they have it, it's theirs. Caleb has flirted with the idea of, I thought about it, but I think I would be nervous in front of other people because if they ask me questions and if I don't have the experience yet to answer it, I would feel uncomfortable being in a position where I can't answer the question. And like he doesn't want to be trolled. He's a very laid back, passive person, like my son Cody. He's not one of those people that would be adversarial. Cameron, absolutely a fucking savage. He wants to get out there. He's wanting it to happen. He's inviting it, but he's in a hurry to get to doing it without having the skill set yet. So it's his youth that's in the way right now. So while I'm away, I'm turning them into freaks. My name ain't gonna come up so much, but those are. If not any other, it'll be Cameron.
Interesting. So Cameron, Caleb, and Cody. Cameron's the one that is. I mean, would he go with that? Do you know what he might have a social media persona as? I mean, is that? I
He
mean,
doesn't have a social media now. There's already people out there pretending to be him. He does not have social media. He does not have a YouTube channel. He does not run a Telegram. He doesn't have a Discord. He doesn't have a Facebook. He doesn't have any of that stuff. Doesn't have any of that shit. And I told him if he gets to where I believe he's ready for it, I would make an announcement on my YouTube channel saying, "Here is my son Cameron's social. You're welcome to follow him and bring it." Because that at that time he'll be ready. Because he wants that. He wants all that smoke, all of it. Don't pass it. He wants all of it.
all of it, huh?
Yep, that's what he wants.
Ooh, I love that, man. Wow. I,
So
I, I'm excited. I'm excited for that day to come, and I think as a dad, you'll live very vicariously through them
I
and
will make
picking them up.
appearances if he has a social media and he has a YouTube channel. I will show up periodically sparingly. If he has that, I'll show up there, but anywhere else, I won't do it. And it was just to help promote his whole thing. But he wants to trade in front of everybody. That's what he wants to do. Like he wants to do that. But him going up on the top step leaderboard and being recognized there, that fed him. Like that gave him that little seed in there. Now he's like, I want to be top dog, Dad. I want to be better than you, and I want people to say these words: "You're better than your dad," and I'm all fucking for it. I want to hear everybody say that. I want everybody to see that. I want to do it, and I want to try to create as much as I can in him so he can do that. And then I want all the other ones to try to keep up with him. And I've been successful in what I've been trying to do with them my entire life. I don't see my youngest son, admittedly, I don't see him as a trader. I don't think he has the makeup to do it, and he's challenged. So, I don't think it's any fault of his own. I'm not saying it's a complete wash. He can't do it. I'm just at this point now. I don't think he has it in him to do it, and we have to do a lot more to help him along. And but the other ones, the other three, I think Cameron is going to be the one that excels past it because his disposition is just like that. Like he's a go getter. He's arrogant as fuck. He's confident. He wants that engagement. He wants the challenge. He wants to be able to talk smack. He wants to do all that shit. But he doesn't have a skill set yet. But you can see what he's already done in its early stages. You know, that's not a lot of money that he made, but that's a huge milestone to pass those challenges that most people fail. If those numbers are correct, and and a lot of the companies are coming out and being forthcoming with the information saying that like 1% ever get to being funded, and even there they don't even get a payout. He got two of them in the same month after getting there, and to have 12 days sitting with winning every day, 12 days in a row, and to be recognized, even though it wasn't a lot of money, that to him is like a big deal. And to me, as his dad, it's a big deal. So it's given him the foundation to say, you know what, I can do this. And if I can do this early on, where am I going to be at 2 years from now? Where am I going to be at 5 years from now? And if he wants to start, teaching this stuff on a YouTube channel, that's his business. Who's going to say he shouldn't do it? I'm not going to say don't do that. I'm all for it. Like I want to see what all of you want to do, and even more, I want to see what my own kids do, and I think you would enjoy seeing it. Whatever comes from it, whether he gets better than me or not, I don't know. I want it to happen, but even if he doesn't, and he just is consistent, I think my audience would just segue right over to see by morbid curiosity, what's his son doing today, and there it is.
Ooh, I love it. I have a feeling you got some monsters coming out of that. I have a feeling Cameron is I mean,
Freak.
it sounds like he's going to be the one. But I could see you having a whole camp of traders coming out with with old
Yeah,
dad's concepts, pushing it out on YouTube and getting, thousands of folks engaged instantly, if
yeah.
not tens of thousands. And old dad will be like, let me show you guys what's up. I haven't forgotten yet either.
Yeah.
I can see it, bro. I literally think of a professional athlete retiring and their kid having watched them from the sidelines the whole time, getting old enough, mature enough, getting capable enough, and that transition happening. I
Hmm.
could very easily see it, and I'm excited, and I'm rooting for the kiddos
Yeah.
becoming grown.
It's time for them. It's time for me to sit down and sit back and watch them climb up.
It's awesome, man. I think that's a good place for us to leave it as far as with time and respecting your wife and graciously, thankfully appreciative of you, you know, giving your time and energy here and the flowers earlier and even asking some of the questions and whatnot. We definitely recorded it, and we'll definitely try and keep it living in the interwebs for for future prosperity.
I appreciate you being patient with me because like I told you, I planned on having it again and working it out, but with everything going on at home and Cody getting hurt and we have other things going on in extended family that's just been such a big distraction. And with me trying to also end all this stuff and come to a conclusion that is satisfactory to me, it's just everything keeps falling to the back, farther back in the queue. So I'm glad that we were able to have an opportunity to sit down and chill and conversate with one another and had an opportunity to tell everybody, what I think about in more detail, what I think that you do with your community, and I hope it grows. I really hope it does. I hope there's more people that come to it, not necessarily using our stuff, but other traders that like to be around other supportive, mature audience members that have an appreciation for people that want to get out there and get it done. And they don't have to have the same game plan, but they can respect the grind that everybody else is doing to get where they got to get. So I've had fun talking with you. I've had fun, conversing with some of the members that had the opportunity to come in. If you didn't get a chance to talk, I hope you're not offended. Um, but you're obviously welcome to send me direct messages on Twitter. Not a direct message. I don't have my messages. I will never direct message anybody. But if you want to tweet something to me or whatever, I read everything. I read everything. It might take me a day or two to get to eventually, but I see them all. And I just greatly appreciate everybody's willingness to spend time with what it is I've put out. And I wish you nothing but all success. And I look forward to hearing what you all do with it. And thanks again, Kit.
Thank you, Michael. I've got ICT concepts explained on my YouTube channel, so hopefully I can get you creeping in there every once in a while, if and when I trade there or whatever. So I'll uh, I'll keep you informed. That's for sure. And yeah, man, thank you for everything. Today was awesome, and we'll leave it here. So comments are open. My DMs are open. Feel free to engage. Some of you have my number. Some of you have my WhatsApp. Uh, that won't stop or change. There's a lot of scammers out there that are going to creepily ask you how your trading is and to join some group or something. We do everything here and we do it in the open, and you'll see it on my page with the blue check if it's coming from here from me. So again, thank you, Michael. Thank you, M7, for at least being here, brother. And it's been an honor and a privilege. And all the love and all the respect in all the world. Thank you. Thank you, Michael, from the bottom of my heart for everything. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Peace.